So I'm Julio IML. I attend James Madison University. I play linebacker here. This is going to be my sophomore year here, so it's pretty good so far, except for the corona and all. But
Yeah.
yeah, so what's the league doing as far as corona wise?
We start back on Tuesday. Just start back with testing and everything, and then we don't really do anything for the first 5 days, and then after that, then we'll kind of get everything rolling. So it's kind of similar position to what you guys are in, but we're kind of forced to start because of our collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah. So are y'all like staying like you're at your house right now, or like y'all staying in the hotels?
Yeah, I'm at my house. You can stay at the hotel if you want, but it's not mandated this year. So I'm enjoying getting to stay home.
You got a family or something?
Yeah, wife and a son. My wife is pregnant as well, so
Oh, congratulations.
appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Well, all right. So, just first question I'm gonna ask you is, so what was your experience like voting for the first time? You know what I'm saying? So the first time you was 18, you was eligible to vote. How was that?
Man, it's exciting. Like I said, you always hear about getting the opportunity to vote. I mean, you may not realize how important it is at that age, but I was definitely excited. I don't think I was as informed as I should have been at that time, but it was definitely cool. And, voting, it gives you a voice to make changes. So I think it's very important.
Do you remember at all what age did you vote? Did you vote exactly at 18, or did you wait a little bit?
I waited a little bit. I voted a couple years ago, the last election. I didn't vote directly at 18, which I should have. And I said most young people, I don't think we're as informed as we should be how important it is and things of that nature at a young age. So I think they should, stress that in high schools and colleges so everybody knows exactly how important it is.
Yeah. So leading to my next question, what are things that students can do to prepare to vote? You
I
know?
think I think how prevalent like everybody is on the internet these days, just simple using Google, following the right people on social media, getting the right information. So like I said, you can make an informed decision, know the important things that can be changed in this world by just voting. Especially in a time like this, where everybody's the Black Lives Matter movement and things of that nature. Everybody wants to see change, and this is kind of a great way. It's an election year to kind of get that process going.
Yeah, because I knew like me voting this year. I mean, I'm 19, so this is probably like my first year voting, kinda. But I know me voting this year, like everybody knows about like the presidents and the vice presidents, but the people under matter too. So like, how do
Yeah.
you how do you how would you ask people or tell people to get prepared for those things? Because that's what really affects, you know, what I'm saying, your local community.
Yeah, that affects what state you. That's another thing that I wasn't informed about as well. Like getting to the, filling out my ballot. I'm like, what are all these people? I don't know anything about these people, so I wasn't really informed. Each state has their different governors, state officials that they're just as important as electing the president. So, like I said, just doing your research, asking questions, asking your parents, just doing whatever you can to find out as much information as possible because each and every person that you're voting for is going to make a difference in the state you live in.
So to you personally, why is voting important? Like, why would you consider voting important?
I think it's important is because, like I said, you can make the changes that you want to see in this world. I said, so whether it's criminal justice reform, healthcare, education, I think it's a step in the right direction just by letting your voice be heard. I know a lot of people may think, their vote doesn't matter or whatnot, but if everybody has that same opinion, then there's
That is a lot of people.
thousands, millions of people that are not voting and they're wondering why things aren't changing when you could have simply just filled out filled out that ballot and
Yeah.
see things change in the direction you want to see it. So
Definitely, definitely. So, why do you think student athletes specifically should pay attention to voting?
I think it's very important. Like I said, student athletes, you have a voice. As much as you may not think you do, you have a voice. There's people on that campus that look up to you, people in the community, young kids in that community that look up to you. And as they get older, they're going to want to, emulate the things you do. So if you guys can vote and express yourselves and share with them how important it is to vote, I think it's going to, make them want to vote when they turn 18, 19, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely. I feel like a lot of us think like our votes don't matter
Yeah.
when essentially it really does matter because it come down to that last person. You know what I'm saying? So, what are ways students can come together to encourage their peers to vote?
like I said, I think it's social media. Everybody's on social media.
Everybody's on social media, so social media
I think that's the biggest way. Instead of sharing funny videos, maybe sharing like the different, state legislators and things like that, the governors, the mayors, and things of that nature, making people more informed on social media. I mean, everybody's on their phone 24/7, especially probably during quarantine. I know I'm on it more than I want to be. So it's easy to access information, easy to share information. I think just simply doing things like that will make people more informed.
Facts. So, in your opinion, what is the conversation like surrounding politics and voting in the NFL? Have you seen players at the professional level encouraging each other to vote?
I think now more than ever there is, but before that, I don't think there was really too much of a conversation. I mean, you hear guys talk about it in the locker room every now and then, but I don't think it was a big discussion. But I think they're trying to implement it now, like usually have kind of random meetings every now and then talking about different things from, domestic violence and things of that nature. I think they're going to implement, the importance of voting into that. And I think that'll be really cool because I feel like a lot of people in the NFL don't vote either. I know talking with some of the guys that I work out with right now, he said he hasn't voted before. So I'm sure there's plenty of guys like that. So I think it's just having those meetings. I think it'd be important for, colleges to do that. Coaches talk about it, people around the facilities talk about it. Just to, like I said, just make people more informed. And if you want to see change, it's the perfect way to do it.
Yeah, definitely in the times we're in, those uncomfortable conversations definitely need to be had.
For sure.
Sure. So what are the biggest challenges student athletes face when it comes to voting?
I think, student athletes, you're pretty busy when it comes to, class, working out, things of that nature. So that free time that you have, you may not necessarily want to do that, do that research and look up things. So I think just finding the time to, let's say, do your research, read up on everything. I think it can be challenging if you're not that interested in the subject. And also most people aren't in the state where they're from, so they probably don't know about the absentee ballot. So you got to file for that so you can vote by mail. Maybe guys don't want to go through that process or don't know how that process works. So I think it'd be important for, like I said, the coaches or the academic administration to share that information with everybody so that everybody can be informed if they truly want to vote and make a change.
Yeah, really, because I know if I had to vote while I was at school, I wouldn't know how to.
Yeah.
I live in Virginia, so I wouldn't know how to vote in Virginia.
Yeah, if it wasn't for my parents like texting me about an absentee ballot, I have no idea what an absentee ballot was. So.
Yeah, that's my first time hearing about it.
So it's there's a lot of information out there that people don't know about. So I said, just with social media, the news, they could do a better job of informing everybody so everybody can make the right choice.
So what is something you wish you had known about voting when you were in college?
I think it's like what I said before, like the state legislators, governors, mayors. I had no idea, like I was going to be voting for those people too when I got to the election. So just being more informed about all of that, doing more research on the presidential candidates, not just saying, oh, he's a Republican, he's a Democrat, he's an independent, I'm just going to vote for this guy. Looking at their initiatives, seeing what they're trying to put into place so I can really see like the change that I want to see in America.
Yeah, for sure. So what responsibility do you think professional athletes have to speak about political matters?
I think it's very important. I know, most people like with the shut up and dribble and things of that nature stick to sports, but we have a platform and a lot of people look up to us. They respect our decision making or our morals, our values. So I think if everybody goes about it the right way, not too forceful, just keeping everybody informed. Voting is important. If you want to see changes, like I said, this is the perfect time more than ever with all this, the quarantine, like I said, the social injustices that are going on right now. I think it's very important for everybody to get out there and vote. I think people right now are probably more informed than ever, are trying to seek more information than ever. So the more we can speak about it, the better.
Yeah, definitely will being a professional athlete, y'all platform, all the followers y'all have. So like any bit of information y'all give out there is always seen by millions and thousands of people.
Retweet or repost.
As simple as that, yeah. That would be really big. Because I know I follow some professional athletes that as soon as they retweet or tweet something, I can see it, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people seeing it out there. What response would you give to students who feel like their votes are insignificant?
I say your vote is very important. Like I told you before, like you feel like your vote is insignificant, then you're not sharing the words with your friends, your family, things of that nature, they're gonna think their vote doesn't matter either. And it's like a trickle effect.
Yeah,
It's 10 people, there's 100 people, there's 1,000, there's
yeah,
hundreds of thousands of people. So your vote matters, and it will make a difference. Like I said, if you want to see changes, this is voting is giving everybody a voice. So it's a way to voice your opinion.
yeah, for sure. So, who has inspired you to do things outside of sports? So, like outside of sports, who inspired you to do the things you do?
There's a lot of people. I'd probably say my dad, first of all, ever since growing up, I never really hurt for anything. They always provided everything I needed, and they always tell me to whom much is given, much is required. So I've always kept that in the back of my mind, to always help those who are in need. My parents always looked out for people, whether it's my teammates or family members, their brothers and sisters. So they've always expressed that to me. My wife as well. She grew up a lot tougher than I did, and
Yeah,
just hearing her story of how she grew up just makes me want to help people that were in a situation like her. So, and also my teammates as well. There's so many people in the NFL that spend a lot of their time trying to, uplift the youth or whatever field they feel is important to them. They spend a lot of time doing that. So seeing the impact that they have on the communities that we're in right now, or the communities that they're in their hometowns, it's amazing to see, and it inspires me.
so can you tell us a few things outside of sports that you do?
For me, I just try and get involved with. Well, first off, our team, we have like a social justice fund where a lot of the guys on the team, we donate money to causes that we feel important to us. We have this lady named Robin Glazer that she actually reached out to me today, like about the fund this year, about how we can allocate the funds. Is going to be a little bit different this year because we can't actually probably get into the communities with the coronavirus and things of that nature. I think that's the most impactful thing, is us actually going out there, seeing the people. I mean, money's great and all, but the actual impact of them talking to you, getting to see you, seeing a person that they never may get to meet in their life
Yeah,
is truly impactful. So that's one thing that we do, whether it's football camps, backpack giveaways. I know Alex is on the phone call. We have an agency retreat where we usually have it down in Miami. We do a little backpack giveaway, talk to the kids down there, the inner city kids, just trying to give them some hope. And a lot of guys do a lot of different things. There's so many different ways you can impact this world, just from a conversation or helping somebody out. There's so
yeah,
much to do.
sure. Well, appreciate it. That concludes our questions for today. Appreciate you
No
taking
problem.
time out today, talk to us.